Well, we did, as I said, had some very notable performances today. I might have missed a couple, but for the most part, I think I narrowed it down to 21 that I thought were very, very good. Lots that did their work very well, but 21 that really made me take note. And I suppose we could probably say there's 24 or 25, but these were 21 that I liked. I narrowed them down to 10. 10 that I thought were very impressive. Now, I'll give you some horses that didn't quite make the top 10, but were very impressive. Spirit of Dio was very, very good today. As was my filly, Rosalind Versatile. Emerald Miss, need your opinion. She should have been in the top movers. I'm going to start this list off with the top movers of the week. I'm going to make 5 of them, because this filly deserves. She is such a nice filly. She's not a fantastic filly, but she tries hard. Brush Cut, Arctic Forest. Where else are we here? There's a pile of them. Pile of them didn't quite make the cut, but I'm going to give you the 5 now. 5 movers of the week. We're going to start off with the obvious biggest mover of the week in my mind, and it was close at the end of the day. Sebastian Yu. This horse came from obscurity, as I said, and come from nowhere to drive squarely into it. He could have been on the top 10 list. This horse could have went around all morning and they weren't going to catch him. He was very impressive. Very, very happy with what I saw. This was kind of the ugly cousin, the ugly duckling of the Sebastian Yu pack that we had. I couldn't be happier with what I saw from Sebastian Yu this morning. Libero Hanover. Wow, did he ever look good? Danny was flying on the end of it, held off Nancy Allison, I believe. And I was flying with Nancy Allison, and I was having trouble keep making up any ground on Libero Hanover. Danny put him in a good spot, finished up strong, just a really, really nice horse. Kudos, this horse, Danny's done a great job with him, and he looked incredible this morning. Libero Hanover, another big mover of the week. Giddy Up Max. How good did this horse look? This horse was just castrated not that long ago, and he looked tremendous today. David and Lee Shea, you own this horse. We've been waiting for a day like today for this horse to shine, and he certainly did. So impressed with Giddy Up Max. Disco went with him. Not saying anything about Disco. Jeez. Anyway, Jailhouse Master. You know, when I come back from Australia, the boys were telling me how good Jailhouse Master was going. Now, Jailhouse Master, I've told you, I cheer for him because he tries so hard, but I was concerned. I just didn't know if he was going to be able to make it and turn into a racehorse, whether he was just going to always interfere and just consistently get frustrated until his attitude got poor and we got rid of him. And I was very concerned that's exactly what might happen. But we kept, going up and swinging and hoping that, hoping that we made contact with the ball, so to speak. We were hoping that Jailhouse Master would turn into that horse that could be, if you just find a way to polish his gait up, I think he would just explode forward. That's what you saw today. I was so happy, as I said, when I got back from Australia. The boys told me this horse is training good, and I'm like, yeah, okay, he's training good. But training good, it's like, how good? Because he wasn't training great before. Is he just training now? Is that good? And they're like, no, he was really good. Again, Mark Isabel Disco went with Jailhouse Master, and he looked awesome. Very, very happy. And another notable, need your opinion. Danny told me she was flying on the end of it. He told me a month ago, he said, I don't know, but need your opinion. I mean, and I'm like, listen, she tries. She's a nice filly. She's got a nice gait. And Matt, that owns her, probably just, seems like the salt of the earth. Just a great guy. And I couldn't be happier for you today, Matt. This filly looked awesome. And Danny couldn't stop talking about her after he went there. He said, no, she was good. And she looked good. So I'm going to go back and look at the video. Obviously, I finished just ahead of her, but Danny was very, very enamored with her. So those are 5 horses that were on the move today. 5 horses that really shocked me. I didn't see that coming. I expected they would do good, but not that good. Those were 5 horses above and beyond what I could expect for them to do today. Very, very happy with them. Now we're going to get into a little bit of a top 10 list. Top 10 horses from today. Very simple. There was 21. I took away 5 for 5 on the move, and then the rest of them I talked about them, but there has to be 10, and there can be 10 today. I'm going to give you my top 10 list. Number 1, Really Blue Chip. Really Blue Chip. Now, Knockdown Dragout was flying at the wire on the inside of me when I had effusive. I moved over and let her through, but I also left Really Blue Chip out 3 wide down the backstretch and 2 wide in the last turn. So if he clears me getting into the last turn, he's gone. And Really Blue Chip, I keep saying every week how good she is, how much I like her. She looks super good today, and Steve did a great job with her. Really, really impressed with what I saw from Really Blue Chip. Number 2, Miss Brampton Beast. Miss Brampton Beast attacked, and drove away. My God almighty, this filly looked good. There was 30 shares of her left at the start of the day. I watched 21 of them be purchased by people. 2 new clients bought 20, and then another 1% bought somewhere else. I would say by midnight tonight, this filly will be gone, all her shares, and that's months too late. This has been one of our best horses all along. Miss Brampton Beast looked like a beast today. Number 3, Johan. I could have said Knockdown Dragout. She's number 4, but Johan won his training set handily. Looked very good. James said he was flying with Sebastian Ray, and actually we attached the trotting hobbles to the jog cart of Sebastian Ray with a snake cord. We generally do that sometimes. Anyway, the snake cord broke, and the hobbles broke, and that's why he broke. So I know James believes he was going to catch me and go by me, but I had a pretty firm grip on Johan the whole way down the lane. This colt just looked super good today. Could have easily been number 1, but fair's fair. The 2 that were ahead of him looked tremendous also, and Johan looked like Johan was supposed to look today. Number 4, as I said, Knockdown Dragout, did everything right. Move, sit, charged up the inside. This filly is dialed in. If she can just stay like this till the summer, I can't fathom a way that she won't be a nice filly. This is just such a nice horse to watch move. She's smart. Stop phone. She's smart. She gets it. She understands her work, and she likes her work. Maybe it's the sun. I don't know. But Knockdown Dragout, very, very impressive this morning. Number 5 had to be Capistrano. You know, I was so impressed with the way, yeah, she got beat by Sunshine and Shade, but factor in what the scope looked like after. How talented is this filly? This is a freak. Just a beautiful filly. And why shouldn't she be? People might say, oh, she's War We Needy. She also, in the second dam, there's not 1 but 2 millionaires. One's a stud, and the other one's a well-decorated broodmare in Remember When. So you have Mr. Feelgood and Remember When on the second dam of Capistrano. Shouldn't really be that shocked she's a nice filly. Man, oh man, is she ever a nice filly. Easily number 5. Can't put her ahead of the front 4, but watching her train, sitting behind her, and then seeing and talking to the vet after with the scope on Capistrano, legit filly in my mind. I really like this filly. Number 6, Nancy Allison. Charge late. Now Libero Hanover would have been placed ahead of her, but I put him on my on the move list, as I should have. Nancy Allison was tremendous today. She's been lights out for the last 5-6 weeks. We had one of our partners on. Nancy Allison was there today, and he was just tickled to watch her go. John was pretty impressed, and I was pretty impressed. This filly, yeah, she might need just a little bit of. And somebody had sent me a message. Thank you very much for that. I almost put my foot in my mouth. I said, oh, you know, we'll race her this summer with, you know, TQ closer to the race when she gets on the trailer. My apologies. What I meant was when she gets on the trailer to go to the races. Like if she left here and went the day before, 2 days before to a race, and then when I went back and listened to it, sure enough, it sounded like I was saying, oh, we're just going to give her some stuff and on race day there. And that isn't what I was saying at all. So you know who you were that messaged me. Thank you very much. My fault. Certainly didn't mean it like that. But Nancy Allison clearly is, as I said, that TQ that we give her is getting lower and lower and lower dosage. She's getting her head back. And this was bound to happen. Once she got the confidence she needed and understood, and we kept her in a very structured training regimen, I knew that Nancy Allison would come around, and that's exactly what she's doing. Just looked like an awesome little filly this morning and did very, very well. Very happy with Nancy Allison today. Number 7 is... Where are you at, number 7? Yours If You Want It. This is the craziest horse I've seen on the track, leaping and acting up and bouncing around on the track. Turn him to go a mile, he's all business. And that's all I care about. You want to act up in the post-spray or in the warm-up, all right, go ahead. Get it out of your system. As long as you're going to be dialed in when they go behind the gate, and it looks like this guy, once you turn him to go the right way of the track, he's all business. And Yours If You Want It certainly looked good for James today. Very happy with that colt, as you should be also. Number 8, Globetrotting, another horse James went with today. James made a game time change and booked off a Jailhouse Master to jump on to Globetrotting. And he really likes her. You can't not like globetrotting, right? You don't like her gait, you just don't like horses. She's got one of the slickest, nicest gaits of any of the horses we have on the property, for the most part. It's just a beautiful horse to watch trot, and she's really getting it, looking good. Still running in a little bit, just working out the last little kinks in her, but she looked very, very, very good today. Number 9, Sunshine and Shade. I can't believe how big this horse has got. This horse went from a decent-sized colt. Okay, horrible video. If you go back and look, his yearling video, he's just cantering around, and it was a bad video. But when you look at this horse now, oh my God, he's strong. Again, I was coming to him with Capistrano, but I told you my feelings on Capistrano, and Sunshine and Shade was really just in idle mode at that point. Just a very, very nice colt. I could easily see this colt being a nice colt this summer for us, and I really hope he is for Mario and our clients, because he is a nice colt to look at, and he is a nice colt on the track. Number 10, Beach Bum BB. She could have easily been way up the list. James moved her but 4 times. She wasn't making a noise, but she was really sharp, and I told Danny we got to make some equipment adjustments with her, and we will. She's going to start wearing a snake cord from now on and a little ear hood. She's smart. She just wants to get at it. She wants to be in the race. She wants to put me in, coach. And she's always got that frame of mind. Work, 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 work. Go in, have a bath, eat my food. Just a very, very nice filly to be around. She's a little timid. We've gone over this a million times. A little timid. Gotta take your time with her. She'll be fine. So that's my top 10 list. I'm going to come back in a minute. I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to give you the straight goods on everybody we went with today, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Most of them we've already talked about there a second ago, but we'll come back with all of them in just a minute.